Hello and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rich and Riley, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Riley's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give the dogs while we're working with them, and also the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which then leaves his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we provide is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Riley has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Riley is sitting very nicely on Rich's left-hand side, and that's where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're demonstrating for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. The command that you give is Riley heel, and you simply start walking. And you'll notice that she's been trained to walk very nicely on your left-hand side at your pace, not lagging behind or lunging ahead and pulling on that leash. We've also gone ahead and incorporated an automatic sit into the heeling exercise, so anytime you're out and about and walking with Riley and you stop, she has been trained to sit nicely right there at your left heel position. Now the next command they're demonstrating is the stay command. It's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay, and then out to the end of the leash. Riley should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command. And then Rich went ahead and returned back by walking in a counterclockwise motion around and behind, returning so that Riley was once again on his left-hand side. And they'll demonstrate the heel sit and stay for you again. You'll notice throughout the video that Rich uses lots of positive reinforcement, both verbal and physical, to keep Riley motivated and to let her know that she's doing a great job completing her commands appropriately.
Riley, come.
Now they demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command you give is Riley come. She should get up and come in and sit directly in front of you. And then she returns to heel position by going around the right side of you, the back, returning to your left hand side, sitting nicely. And Rich and Riley will demonstrate that stay command for you one more time. Again, for your recall command, you leave her in a sit stay out to the end of the leash, give her a moment to hold it, and then you give the command Riley come.
Riley, come.
She should get up and come in and sit right in front of you. Great job. Again, very important to make sure that she sits when she comes in to help prevent that inappropriate behavior of jumping up on both yourself and your guests when getting greeted. Good job. And your verbal praise can just be good girl, great job. So let her know she's doing a great job, or a little pet on her head. The next command they're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, straight down towards the ground this time, and the one-word command to down. And then give that stay command before you walk out to the end of your leash. And of course, she should remain laying down throughout the entire command. Now she got up. That was a great example. Go back to the beginning. Tell her no. Repeat the down command. Give the stay command again, and out to the end of the leash. Like I said, she needs to remain laying down throughout the entire command.
Stay.
Rich returns back the same way as the sit stay. She did much better that time with the down stay. And again, if she breaks command, just go back to the beginning and repeat the steps so that she completes it from beginning to end correctly. So now Rich leaves her in a sit stay out to the end of the leash, and from the end of the leash, he's going to use his right hand to give the down command, where Riley should then drop into a down directly where she's sitting, just like she did, and that was your down from a distance. Riley gives a big yawn. And then Rich calls her in from that using that come command once again, and back to heel position. Good girl. You want to make sure that you are setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work Riley through her commands in a formal obedience training session, such as this video here. You can even put it on and follow along. It's great practice for the both of you, and it will help with the transition of her commands and her new rules into the house. Good girl. That was her distance down again.
Riley.
You want to make sure that you're practicing your sit stays and your down stays frequently throughout the day to help build up her ability to sit stay and down stay for longer periods of time. And be sure that you're starting with low time increments of around 30 seconds to a minute, and then you'll increase those intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your sit stay and 5 minutes for your down stay. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Riley has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Riley. We ask that you keep us posted on her progress when she returns home. And we thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.